If you are a business owner looking for quick, easy access to capital to either grow your business or cover unexpected expenses, I have a really unique product to show you all today. It's called the Revenued Business Card, and it does not function like any other credit card that you're used to. And for that reason, let's talk about it and how it may be of great benefit to you. First of all, card aside, what is Revenued? Well, it's a revenue-based financing platform that helps business owners get the capital they need. And a really cool thing here is that there is no credit pull. Rather, it's based on your business revenue. And this is phenomenal news because there are so many entrepreneurs out there running their businesses who may have less than great personal credit scores. And unfortunately, with so many small business credit cards, they do pull your personal credit report. So if you've got a 645 or lower, for example, you may not be able to get approved to run your business, which may be alive, well, and have healthy revenue. So rather than looking at your credit score and the different factors on your credit report, Revenue says, hey, don't worry about that. Show us your business revenue, and that will help us make a decision to approve you or not. Another awesome feature here is the potential for super large credit lines, even up to $250,000 here. So if you have big capital expenses or needs that were either planned or unplanned, being able to have that amount of spending power is huge. And then once your account is open with Revenued, you won't have to worry about any sort of annual fee, which also is great. Now, beyond just the physical card itself, Revenued actually is kind of like a 2-in-1 hybrid product. So let's break them down that we have a better understanding of what you're getting should you decide that this is a good solution for you. The first part of the equation is called a flex line. This is an unsecured open line of credit. So you can borrow funds up to your approved limit and then pay it back over time out of your future sales revenue. Then part two is the business card itself. This is that physical card to use for your purchases, and it's not a traditional credit card or a regular type of loan. Rather, it accesses that flex line that we just talked about. Bringing this whole thing to life a little bit more for you all, unlike a regular business credit card where you spend basically the bank's money, it's a short-term type of loan, you get a statement at the end of roughly 30 days, and then you pay that statement off, let's say from your checking account. The business revenue card here through Revenued allows you to use your future business sales from your business to pay off the money that you borrowed. Imagine that you have to make an urgent business purchase today, but you don't have the funds you need to be able to cover it right now liquid in your bank account. You could use your flex line with the card, draw the money that you need, and then pay it back from the revenue that you'll make from your customers in the next few weeks. If this concept still seems a little bit vague or hard to grasp, don't worry, stay with me. I will give you some real great examples later in this video. For the time being though, I must say that this card is for certain types of people and not for others. So let's talk about some of the qualifying criteria to be able to get approved. Eligible businesses will have at least 1 year in business, also a separate business bank account with $20,000 or more in monthly deposits, a legal structure other than a sole proprietorship, and also have their headquarters based in the United States. If you can meet those criteria, then your chances of approval are looking quite good. To expand a little bit further about this product from a more broad sense here, giving you a bigger picture, let's go over a few more points here as well. A new way to get working capital. Speaking from Revenued's perspective here, we utilize revenue-based financing to get your business the funding it needs in the form of an investment, not a loan. That means we purchase a portion of your future receivables to provide you with working capital today. And because we purchase your future income instead of lending, we're far more likely to say yes than a bank and be able to provide instant financing when you need it most. They've also got their mobile app and of course that physical Visa business card giving you access to 24/7 business funding all right in your back pocket. And here's the cool thing here, note this. These spending limits change as your business performance changes, increasing as your revenue grows. So you won't have to worry about being stuck with a set limit of, let's say, $25,000 when that may not meet your needs a few years in the future. As your business scales up over time, revenue increases, so can your spending power through Revenued. Also through their app, you're in the driver's seat of your spending, so you can easily check your transactions and your payment history whenever you need to. Then should you decide to apply, it's a very very fast and easy application process. You can apply online and receive a funding decision in as little as an hour with a secure application. Then upon approval, you'll receive a login and be able to access your funds for your business within 24 hours. Finally, should you ever need support along the journey here, they will have a real human support team to answer your questions and basically help you, whether it's with the application process itself from start to finish or anything about your account with their dedicated account manager. Here's a little visual into the dashboard itself. Very easy to understand. It's laid out nicely here. You can see your card summary with your spending limit, the pay now balance, any pending transactions, and then your spending availability. Across the top, you also have what we're currently on with the account overview, then your transaction history, payment calendar, the ability to request a cash draw from your Flex line, also requesting the Pay Now feature, rewards, and finally benefits. All right, now let's bring this all into the real world with a real example here. Let's say you own a bake shop, making awesome desserts and pastries for your local community, and you need to buy some stuff to run your business. Let's say you applied for the Revenued business card and got approved for an available Flex line of $100,000. Now you need some bakery equipment, so you can charge this to your card here, $20,000 of all the equipment that you needed. So your available Flex line after that purchase would simply be the $100,000 initial line minus your $20,000 charge, so $80,000 now remaining. Now, since you didn't have the 20 grand you needed to make that urgent purchase today sitting in your checking account, you'll now have to pay this back over time here. So how that works in terms of what you owe from your future sales revenue is as follows. Again, the charged amount was $20,000, and the way this works, unlike a credit card which has an APR, this type of card uses what's called a factor rate. That's usually between 1.1 and 1.5 in a lot of situations. So that's all based on what you were approved for and the terms for your account. So let's say you got approved for a 1.2 factor rate based on your revenue and whatever they looked at to make that approval a reality. To arrive at the figure that you now owe, you take your initial balance that you borrowed, $20,000, multiply by that factor rate of 1.2 in this case, which would be $24,000. You'll then have a payment term. So let's say your revenue for the bakery shop is $12,000 per week. And then your payment terms are 10% of your weekly revenue, which would be $1,200 that you're now paying back. Doing that basic math here of the $24,000 total that you borrowed divided by $1,200 for your weekly payments, that would give you 20 weeks of total payback for your term here, or about 5 months. To pay back that full 24 grand. Naturally, there are so many different ways you can think about using this type of Flex line or quick funding for your business. In fact, if you go to the Revenued YouTube channel, they are now posting several testimonials about actual business owners who use the Revenued card to really help them keep their doors open for a variety of situations. One of their small business highlights here was from a restaurant in Brooklyn, New York that had a gas leak the day before they were going to open their doors for the first time. That was a huge business emergency expense. There was no way they were going to be able to do it within the less than 24 hours that they had. So with a quick drive down to a local shop, they were able to electrify their entire kitchen very quickly using the Revenued funds that they were able to withdraw from their line and then make their business work. And now, even to this day, there's still an electrified kitchen. So gas is now a thing of the past for them. All Revenued is doing, therefore, is buying a slice of that future income that your business generates and then charging the factor rate on top of that because you are borrowing money. Regarding the application process, if you want to be guided through it step by step and have your questions answered, also on their YouTube video, they got one titled How To Applying for the Revenued Business Card plus Flex Line. It's barely over 4 minutes, and it's a great detailed walkthrough with screen recordings and everything that illustrates the whole process. I recommend you watch that if you want any clarity or questions answered about how it actually works and what to expect. And now, the big question. Is the Revenued Business Card and Flex Line worth it? Let's find out. This type of product can definitely be worth it if you have strong, healthy business revenue, if you need access to working capital quickly and easily, examples may be an equipment purchase, renovation project, scaling a new or existing vertical of your business, an emergency, so on and so forth. If you want capital without affecting your credit score, because again, remember, they do not pull your personal credit report. Also, if you prefer to make repayments out of your future sales rather than taking out a loan or using other methods. If you can't get approved for or don't want a traditional business credit card or loan, and if you have a bad FICO score or no score at all. But flipping the page over to the other side, it may not make a lot of sense for you to get a product like this if you don't meet the qualification criteria, you don't have strong or healthy business revenue, including if your business is in a sales slump right now. If you do have good credit and don't mind going through a credit card or loan qualification process. If you can qualify for other financial products at a lower cost that still meet your needs. And if you want an everyday credit card for travel rewards and benefits or even cash back. The ability to have your revenue from next week or next month pay for the needs of today is a huge advantage of a product like this. So if you believe it makes sense for you, and if you'd like to see how to apply or learn more about it, check out the link down below in the description. I hope today's video walkthrough of the Revenued Business Card and FlexLine was informative for all of you, showing you a bit more about how it works and if it would be a good fit for your business. I'll catch you in the next one.